game 2, it did look like Ancient Tribe just overall played much better than they did in game 1. Are we going to be able to see Ivy step up to sort of the level that Ancient Tribe set in game 2 in this game 3, or do you think Ancient Tribe's going to take it here?
I think Greed has looked better to me. You know, like the Mirana carry, that one was a little bit different because they just had this like really pressuring kind of gameplay with the Broodmother. But I think for me, I'm also with what Kezu's saying. I think this TB should reign supreme. I think it's a lot of pressure on Ivy to set tempo and get ahead and stay ahead with this type of draft. I mean, I've seen them do this Lesh carry a couple times before, but I have concerns not about the Lesh carry. It's more just about the mid-Tusk and what he's going to be able to provide. Because, yeah, I think Kezu touched it. What I'm concerned about as the later stages go is, yeah, Global's going to be great versus the Enigma in the early game and stuff like that. But at some point in these games, like, it's not going to protect your Tusk. This Tusk, if he makes a misroll, he's going to be surrounded by a TB hitting him, an Egg being down, a Tiny hitting him, Midnight Pulse, etc. So, it looks like a difficult game for Mobe, but, hey, who knows? I did not expect the last games to go the way they did at all, so tough to really predict how it's really going to go down.
The battle begins.
Well, let's see. And yes, it's sort of what Cube's able to do. You know, first game of the series where he's not on his Tiny.
Yep.
There's something a bit different from him this time round. Should still be pretty solid, of course, when it comes to heroes that are, you know, his Grandmaster tier on. Mirana is indeed another one.
Let's see how much they can do. I think it's going to be a little hard to pressure the TB, but perhaps they can find LeBron out of position a few times. And the other thing is, too, like looking at later stage and stuff like that, their egg hitting is pretty pathetic. You know, the Mirana is their egg hitter in this game, and it's a support Mirana, so it's like, definitely the game can get a little bit weird. Well, let's see. I think, yeah, just like Panel was saying, though, lanes, maybe they should be able to do pretty decent on the side of Ivy. Top lane, they won't be able to pressure TB, but across the board, the other two, they should be good. It's just how much pressure they're going to be able to apply with this Brood pressuring top lane, and how much are they going to be able to have successful rotations with the Tusk. If they're not having successful rotations, if they're not taking towers early, then you could just probably feel how good this TB's game is going to be able to be.
Yeah. I mean, what is it about these games, do you think, that, you know, that Ivy get drawn towards putting Only on his Brood? You know, what do you think they sort of feel is the right time to play this hero?
I mean, that's a good question, because they did it.
You know, sort of keeps having to spend time running the Phoenix out of the lane.
Yep. I like the starting items coming out from LeBron, too. Ring of Regen, not really the most cost-effective item, but in this type of lane thing, it's understandable as bottom. Uh-oh.
Yeah, they get the first blood. Nice little toss back there from Heaven. Very well played into the hands of Melis. So first blood for Melis. Top lane. He's going to try and run down LeBron under the tower, but the Fairy Fire is there. Dive as well at the ready. LeBron's out back to safety, and Little Pleb's ready to turn it around. Pots the Metamorphosis, and Owned Me getting baited in pretty hard there by this Phoenix. LeBron with the outplay.
Pretty big deal. Looking like they have two very, like, top lane, as we said, TB should be able to free farm. Bottom lane, Enigma's getting slowed down a little bit, but they have constant kill threat is the thing. On Ivy, their kill threat, it's not really there. Silencer Lesh lane, unless someone makes a huge mistake on the side of Ancient Tribe, they shouldn't die down here.
So now Cube and LeBron. Gonna go at one another. They are gonna chase him down here with a dive. Another Spirit. And that one connecting as well. Not enough, though. Cube's got the stick charges. He's also got Own Me charging in towards LeBron. So will it be this time LeBron getting baited? Ivy able to strike back on this top lane. Turn things around a bit here. Sort of time and space away from Little Pleb. Over in the mid. How are we doing on the mid matchup so far? It's looking like... pretty much what the panel said. Nothing too crazy happening between MTD and Mobite.
Very exciting lane. We've seen that one so many times now. It's just like some trade denies sometimes happens from the Tusk. But yeah, I mean, the big winner, looking at Lil Pleb, yeah, 22-9, slowing down the Brood.
We're going to see if they can chase Little Pleb out of the lane here. But, spirits are at the ready here from LeBron, so not likely to be able to really scare him too much. And definitely a bit of a concern. We saw how well Little Pleb was able to do when he had a free start last game on his Medusa, and Terrorblade definitely a hero of a similar caliber that's going to have the same strengths if it gets this much freedom.
I'm having a bit of an issue on my end, so sorry for not hearing you.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, mid. MTD. He's already used the charge. Mobite. He's going to have his spells up in 5, but under the tower might be too much for a dive. In fact, MTD, he's just going to take the long walk back to base. Heal up, keep it safe. Good job there from Mobile. We'll be able to at least harass MTD back away from a wave or so in this mid matchup. Give him a bit of an edge as the Tusk. Cute, not able to step over in time for that bounty. In fact, LeBron is going to think about chasing him out here. He's still got one leap left. That was the last one. If you can hit this Fire Spirit... Oh, that was very close there. If that connects, he's dead for sure, but not quite able to get the connection onto Cube. So Cube's able to be keeping himself up and alive. Gets a quick snipe on the neutral creeps, getting that XP. Bottom lane continues to be a bit of a slow start for Melez. Did get the first blood, but not having an easy time whatsoever getting farm against PO65. And what, 31-10 here on the safe lane, Leshrac CS against the 14-8 of the Enigma. So PO65 off to a very hot start as the Leshrac. Got the money for the arcane boots now, so they'll have all the spells in the world to just constantly push out this wave, spam through the summons of the Enigma.
Very important that the Lesh is able to have this type of start. Because they have a lot of kill threat, as we were mentioning before with the Tiny. So, speaking of Tiny, JM.
Oh, and they go with a charge. See if Mobile can do anything in return. There's a DD rune at the ready. He's not going to be able to grab it. MTD's already there. In the river, picks it up.
Huge rune to get. Denying it away from the Tusk mostly, but just having this one now so you can make rotations. Like bottom, now the Lesh, even PO could be in some trouble. So, quick TP from MTD and he can get him.
See if they can go for it. They got the toss back. And yep. That should do it. PO65 taken out. They needed that. It was having such a large amount of free farm down there.
I mean, that's a big deal. Killing this Lash. Everything about Ivy's draft is about tempo, and so far these lanes going heavily in the favor of Ancient Tribes. Like Low Pleb free farming, Enigma's kind of free farming, Primal Beast as well.
So, I mean, yeah, I guess for Mobai, as a Tusk, I feel like it's not the easiest hero to really gank a Terrorblade with, right?
No, definitely not. I mean, he can probably look to gank the Enigma lane, but
sure,
that's just going to let MTD kind of counter gank him every single time. It's very difficult to make the first move. Hopefully we're not going out double, because I'm hearing myself now 3 times.
I'm sure the stream here is fine.
It looks like they're getting stacks ready. LeBron, in the meanwhile, while everything's kind of staying a bit calm, they're not getting pressured on their TV, they're not getting pressured on mid. He's just getting stacks ready.
No, it's a very, very sort of calm start, which it definitely feels with how we saw how Game 2 played out. It's only going to favor sort of the scaling of Ancient Tribe. See here with the rotation from MTD. Down towards the bottom. They were able to knock PO65 out of the lane once. They want to try and do it again. They have got the black hole.
It's a big rune. It makes it a lot easier to get on top. I mean, they don't have great ways to stop this at all. Like, JM is just going to get annihilated.
Completely destroyed there by MTD with a trample. And now they can look to go into the tower to see if they can find PO65. TP comes in, though. And good step back into trees means that PO65's in a spot that Ancient Tribe aren't quite comfortable on moving in towards.
A great read there from MTD. Not falling into the bait of the movement from Mobe. Mobe unable to find a connection, and back to stacks MTD. I mean, so many stacks. I'm just watching LeBron get these crazy amount of stacks ready for a little pleb.
Got it.
It's going to get scouted. Cuba's going to at least give some notice of it, but holy moly, those are some crazy stacks. Like, MTD might just farm it himself.
I mean, the temptation's got to be there as a,
he
as a
should
primal
just take
beast.
it.
Yeah, he's just take them. Yeah, well, you know, he's like, look, I have to. They know that they're here. You know,
It's too efficient, too. Like, the speed that he clears it compared to how slow a TB would clear a stack like that, it's too good for MTD. And that's going to enable his timings really nicely. I think his Ogre Axe didn't deliver, but he's got Ogre Axe already towards that BKB. And now TB, level 8 already, goes and finishes up some more camps. LeBron's going to get tons of money from this, so game state feeling really good for the side of Ancient Tribe.
I mean, it is. It really is. Ivy's got to step in and make some moves. They're going to be able to catch in the mid, heaven. But at the same time, top lane, their off lane's in trouble. Owns me. Gets splatted here by the pounding of the primal beast.
It worked the first time. You know, they got the second phase Broodmother. This game, it's not working at all. He's applying no pressure. Didn't touch the TB at all. And I'm looking at his net worth already. It's going to be a really slow start. Like now they're probably just going to have this dynamic of how they set up lanes, right? They're just going to have supports probably chill near mid, have the TB send some illusions to farm up mid, and you can just keep this Primal Beast following the Broodmother for most occasions. And then where's the pressure going to come? Ivy, they're probably going to have to move the Tusk to a rotation to perhaps set up with the Brood or something like that to open up the map, but that just feels awkward. Mobe does have a DD, so maybe this will enable him to be able to look for an opportunity to open things up, but he's got to find something.
We'll see with the grab. Ooh, leap up in time. Cute will manage to get away. MTD won't attempt to dive that. But they did take melees out.
Nicely done. Get that main ward bottom.
Oh, you can not really scare this primal beast at all. MTD more than kitted out to bear through the tickle of the spiders.
Yeah, I mean, this is his home now. He's like, okay, Brood can't do Brood things.
We'll see mid. Oh.
Okay.
Well, dangerous spot to farm in. Little pleb will get a bit of a rude awakening to that one. Tries to farm the mid lane. Immediately gets taken out. We'll see him return. Ancient Tribe try for Mobai, but they haven't got initial damage to take him down. And in fact, Mobai, he can look to turn. He's going to be able to get the control up onto MTD.
Huge.
They end up losing both the mid and the carry there. It doesn't get much worse than that.
It was all three. He was bottom, killed the Enigma, walks mid, kills the TB, and then kills... He literally killed all three cores. I mean, there's not much more you can ask for. And because of this kill on mid, now top is opened up for Own Me. So,
I mean, that's a huge
Mobe just
swing.
did everything.
Yeah. Massive swing there. After what was a pretty calm start that Ancient Tribe would have definitely benefited from, but all three cores getting caught out big time.
And he's just committing for Deso now. I thought perhaps maybe he just considers just going Blink so he can keep movement around the map, keeping this pressure going, but he's just going in on damage. That's a bit interesting. I mean, Deso is super valuable if he does commit for it. He bought the Ogre Axe, so he can still, of course, go for BKB, but because he bought the Blightstone with it, so I'm just thinking he is going to feel tempted to just go straight for Deso this game. I mean, if Mobe is able to make these type of rotations, then map will be opened up to at least try to get this Lash back online. And Brood able to do Brood things. Like we said, Onmi getting top tower because of these type of movements from Mobe. Couldn't have asked for more.
We saw it before. Yeah, very aggressive player, Mobai. And, I mean, even in that last game where they were losing, it still felt like he did a decent amount as the Emperor.
He did.
He definitely had the best game out of the team in a losing game.
Felt like he was the only one who was really able to do much of anything. And he was pushing the limits of his hero even from the early game. So, yeah, if he's able to get these type of runes, this type of rune control is going to be really important. The DD bottom to get the kill, and now this Arcane. He's looking to continue his aggression. Ancient Tribe are together with the Tiny and Primal. They're expecting this type of move. Might still get caught out, though. Mobe, he is very strong right now.
Let's have a look. They're keeping their distance. Ancient Tribe, they know that Ivy's going to be looking for moves like this.
They see Pleb again. He shows him his real hero.
I mean, it's such a dangerous place to farm him. The shards won't catch him, but the snowball, that will. And that's him gone. As TPs are coming in, but the global silence has been used here to make sure the Ancient Tribe can't restart anything in return. Shards won't quite pull in LeBron, as LeBron and Heaven will manage to get back underneath the tier 2, but I mean, it's just not the place to be right now as this Terrorblade. Little Pleb a couple of times now, he's died farming the mid lane.
I guess he's feeling impatient because he has no creeps to farm. His jungle's farmed, his Ancient's already farmed up, and he just feels like desperate to go for more farm in mid. But showing his real hero versus this Tusk at this moment, that is very reckless. And now it's another power rune. Mobe, 3 in a row. And now it's a DD rune.
They want to go again.
Yeah. I mean, their lineup is all about playing fast, playing around this Tusk, and so far, yeah, Mobe, he's delivering.
I see. I mean, they're respecting the fact that obviously Black Hole's up and they don't have global, so looks like they won't want to roll in onto these heroes right now. They will respect the threat of that ultimate.
Okay. This time around, they do.
Yeah. Now, here we go. Ancient Tribe, they want to try and do something aggressive with the Black Hole. They've got the combo, the Black Hole Supernova. Global Silence is on cooldown. This is the time to make that move. Ideally find PO65, but already it seems like Ivy as a team, they're aware that this is going to be happening. PO65 is backing out the jungle, and it's not going to be easy for Ancient Tribe to find this. We'll see if they're able to dive the tier 2.
Up top, MTD. He's in trouble.
That's going to put a stop to his TP, and indeed with the DD rune on Mobi, he's going to have the punches to really threaten this Primal Beast, and with the backup of Owned Me, the damage, it's done. Another kill for Mobi on a mega kill streak. Oh,
Black will miss.
It did.
Oh, he walked in.
He walked in. Okay. He's healing up with the Bloodstone, but he will die.
Pleb?
Arrow connects onto the Terrorblade. So Little Pleb ends up dying in return. Some crazy stuff happening here. But all in all, I think Ivy will be happy with this. Yes, they lost PO65, but Little Pleb still ends up dying in that play fog.
Honestly, him walking into the Black Hole gets him to get the kill onto the TB. So all in all, very worth it.
It was big brain stuff there for PO65. It's like standing on the edge of it. It's like, shall I step into this? You know what? Let's go for it. And indeed, it does result in his death. But it means that Little Pleb's dying yet again as the Terrorblade. A lot of deaths now in this Terrorblade. They had a pretty smooth start.
He had the freest lane ever, and now 3 deaths. I mean, 2 of them may be avoidable.
Got it.
But yeah, big kills as Ivy starting to snowball out of control here. Mobe, his Deso's done.
I mean, yeah, he's crushing it. He's on fire, and he's got to keep rolling with this. And he's doing exactly that. They're eyeing up this top lane Sing, who shows themselves to farm this wave.
Scan.
Heaven's playing it safe, though. Yeah, they know what's up. Nobody's going to step out to this wave, so they won't find any action here. Still, Power Rune up again. We've got a Haste Rune. It'll be another lovely one for Mobi to get his hands on.
Pleb does have his Manta finished now, so a bit more protection at the least.
Okay.
Unless they, I mean, if they get on top of him with the Lesh, though, you're still going to see him just get shredded. So still, Ancient Tribe, I'd say they're still in a pretty okay spot, but Ivy have really opened up this game. Like Mobe, it's another Power Rune. He's getting every single one of them because of this momentum he's been able to get. Haste Rune, level 12, Deso finished. Time to keep going. They've got Global at the ready, too, so I think you can look to continue to hit, open up the map so that Owned Me can take over as this Brood and maybe even take out top tower.
Yeah, Owned Me, his game's really recovered after what was not a very solid lane for him. Here's the dive. They're ready to go in after the tier 2s. They're straight in. They burst through Heaven. MTD has to just slide away from this fight. Does not want to stay anywhere close here to Ivy.
They popped Glyph during the dive, too, so now they don't have Glyph for when the tower actually gets seized, potentially, here. Ancient Tribe on the backflip.
See how hard Ivy want to go with the push. Looks like they're being cautious again. They don't have any information right now where Melez is.
They have the Global at the ready, but yeah, not wanting to push the issue too much forward. But now they see the Enigma for a second, scouting with an arrow. Ancient Tribe, about 150 gold from the blink on Tiny, but they're looking to make a move before that.
Now they really want to try and do something with this Black Hole, but... Why not say that? Sorry, no, it's still on cooldown, right? So this is actually just a move without it. So they're not even smoking up with the Black Hole. This is just...
Ivy, they might read this. They might be right behind them on the gank.
I mean, the 3 of them, they're going for the kill on PO65. Global comes out. And do these 3 even have the damage to kill the Lesh? He's still alive. Finally falls, but they're going to have casualties in return for this Little Pleb. Dead again for this sort of move. Same to be said for Heaven. He'll get chased out. They'll get both these kills. Double. Oh, so Cube killing off the one they're dominating streak. JM is going to get dove upon by LeBron. So Ancient Tribe still find a second in return, but some, yeah, just very aggressive moves that Ancient Tribe are making with Little Pleb involved, and it's heavily hurting his farm.
Yeah, I mean, they pop the global. They have to kind of commit and stand on him, and then he's in the midst of the lash damage and just gets punched up. Mobe, I mean, he's everywhere. Ivy's reading the map perfectly. They will have an opportunity now where global is down and black hole is being just used on bottom, I guess. All right. He's like, all right, screw it. You know what? Get some type of kill going our way with black hole.
Just trying to slow down Ivy from being able to make moves as a team as much as they can.
Ivy, though, again, it's not exactly like the first game, but it's quite reminiscent with the way that they're playing. Like, the aggression, they're forcing Ancient Tribe on the defensive constantly, and yeah, Pleb, it's reminiscent to the Nature's Prophet. He's got 4 deaths after having a free lane. That is very significant. And now Mobe has a Blink Dagger, so I mean, he can even accelerate even more to look for these constant pickoffs and kills. Great ward coverage in this top area, too.
PR65. Okay here. Owned me starting to chase them away. Haven't. Straight TP up.
They forced MTD's BKB up top. They went on him with Mobe. So no BKB for the Primal for the next engagement. Is this another power rune? Okay, it's not a deity or a haste or an arcane, but another power rune for Mobe. I think he's gotten, what, it feels like the last like 7 or 8 at least from him just being able to walk around wherever he wants on the map. And now Roche.
I mean,
there's no black hole.
No, exactly. Would have been used earlier to take down Cube solo. That means that outside of that, Ivy's not really too scared of what Ancient Tribe will have to their availability to bring over towards this Roche fight. This should be a free Roshan.
And this is pretty, I mean, this is huge, really. The levels in particular. All 3 cores, 14, 14, and 13. Like, Mobe is going to hit this level like 18, timing and stuff like that really early. I'm looking at Phoenix. You know, these heroes are going to become incredibly fragile. Sure, he's like a strength hero, so high HP, but it's like 4 armor. Still in a very easy potential to just get one-shot.
I mean, there you go. Very close to it already.
Oh, boy. I mean, I'm looking, I'm like, yeah, there's like lack of egg hitters and stuff, but is he even going to get egg off? I think Mobe just does that all game.
So you haven't trying to slow down the push, clearing out a wave, but they still got a few creeps with them here. Mobe starting to approach the tier 2. Arrow. Ooh, gets a connection, but not going to be able to do anything with it. Melee's by Little Pleb's side, and the rest of Ivy not in position to dive for that. They'll focus on the pressure top. PR65 taking out the tier 2 here, and 21 minutes in with this Aegis. You know, for a good 4 minutes. We'll see how much more Ivy's going to be able to push for.
I mean, they're dominating map. Lil Pleb is so poor. He's this 1600 behind his counterpart after having a free lane, and Heaven looks like he's going to be found.
Yeah, Mobile's got him. There's going to be another stack on the Deso, building up that damage at a very good pace.
I think this is one of the best Tusk performances I've seen, period. Like, this is, I don't think you could ask for more from your Tusk. He's literally been everywhere. He killed 3 cores at like the 12-minute mark. He's getting every single power rune. He's making every rotation work. He's going to get another power rune. Like, DD spawn top. He's going straight for it. Loving it for Mobe right now. Let's have a better neutral item. Let's check in through. He's just hanging on to this one. Whatever. He just wants some stats. Yeah, but another DD. That is likely LeBron getting one-shotted. Ancient Tribe heavily on the back foot now.
Ancient Tribe looking to group up around their triangle.
Okay. They need this. I mean, they need the TB to finish the Scotty before it feels like they can't actually go for any fight. I feel like they're very much so lacking in damage and just protection for this TB at this point.
Yeah. I mean, with the way that Ivy's controlling the map, they know exactly where Ancient Tribe has to be.
Yeah.
They know they're around this area.
Middle tower is under attack.
Almost having the Scotty now for Lil Pleb. But is that even going to be enough? That's my concern, too. Is like they're waiting for this timing where it'll help him versus the Lash, versus the BKB, and versus the Bloodstone and stuff like that, but... Incube, he's doing his own build. Seen him do this before on his Mirana. He's got his Euls finished up, his Arcanes, and he's queuing up Ags. So looking to continue scaling even on this Mirana. Having ways to clear out the illusions versus TB. That Aghanims is pretty good versus that. Yeah, they just have free reign of the map. They're controlling so much.
They're getting a lot of farm on all their heroes. 7k lead already, just 24 minutes in. And
just restricting farm, really. It's like just TB's getting farm, and it's not even that fast.
And they're going to start chasing down Melas here. They get the stun connection already off to the side. Mobile's just burst through heaven. They'll bring down Melas on his Enigma. As it's 2 dead, there'll be a buyback coming in from heaven. They're in on top of the Tusk, but Mobile's going to be able to step to the side, forced away, and his spells are back up. So Ancient Tribe, they cannot chase this Tusk any further.
Mobane pretty much, it was a one-shot onto the Tiny. So that DD rune being utilized instantly, finds himself another power rune. Yeah, this guy is just delivering tenfold. They even get the arrow connection onto the Enigma. Ivy, really impressing in this game again.
Yeah, no, I mean, we saw, game one very much felt like, Ancient Tribe just making, a few mistakes here and there, and Ivy, they crushed it, they dominated that. Game two, Ancient Tribe stepped it up, and it looked like it was going to be a tough overall series for Ivy, but yeah, this game three, Ivy very much showing once again just how much this team's improved over the sort of the divisions that we're seeing them, and just really pulling things together very, very nicely, and in a way that seems to be a little too much for Ancient Tribe so far.
Yeah, I mean, especially with how these lanes went, right? Like PO, his lane was pretty okay, bottom on the left. She's just been able to kind of farm, but it's really been all Mobe, right? It's literally been this Tusk just completely opening up the map, salvaging the Brood's game. We'll give some credit to Vincento too with some of these globals, but it's really all been at the charge of Mobe. This last pick Tusk is working, I think, better than anyone could have anticipated.
And they're just having to run from them every time, Ancient Tribe. Ivy just sweeping constantly in this sort of area, blocking off this whole jungle from Ancient Tribe being, getting any sort of space on the map, really. They're just sort of confined to their triangle.
Yeah, it's literally just TB farming, and it doesn't feel like TB's going to be able to do everything on his own this game. Since the Enigma is going to be answered, of course, with the global in most situations. Unless they delay the game heavily for their 10 minutes, wait till these neutral items start coming out, so they have ways to dispel global and stuff like that. Maybe that's the only hope for Ancient Tribe, but yeah, Ivy just pulling further and further and further ahead. BKB about to be finished for Mobe. They're trying to get aggressive onto him, though. They might be able to find something big here. Eidolons. It's a Sentry War down.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He's alright.
We'll see if they want to go any further than they already have down on this bottom half of the map. It's not going to be easy for them to push towards the tier 2 tower with the lead that Ivy have.
Mobe just really wants to finish his BKB before they look for a fight. He's so close to it.
Is under attack.
What's the neutrals items looking like? Okay, Headband and Mindbreaker out for the side. Mindbreaker for the side of Ivy.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Alright, smoked up. See what they can find. Mobe already has his BKB, so not really much of a target that they can go for, unless they chain stun.
Look at the opening.
But the
global's out. They'll be able to put a stop to the combo. Still, the damage coming in from this Terror Blade. So Mobile is only going to be able to protect himself momentarily with the Snowball. He's able to get the Blink out, though. Straight away, deep into the trees. They'll try and chase him out. MTD committing with the BKB in an attempt to close the gap, but he's blocked off by the shards. Mobile, he's getting out of here for good. His Blink's going to be back up in a few seconds, and the TPs are available. There's no catching this Tusk.
Do we give Mobile the credit there, or Vincento? We'll give it to the Silencer, I think. It was a nice little play, but yeah, the global bails him out of a tough scenario. But that's so much committed. That was meta. That was egg. That was a full smoke rotation. I believe a BKB from MTD as well, too. So now Ivy, they can hit back. They have a full Hex on Leshrac.
And they've got the combo. They're setting up, and that'll do it. MTD
baby.
down and out for 50 seconds. They have to put the fortification here, Ancient Tribe.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you don't expect to see that. The last shoes with 1 and 3 just comes out. Bots, BKB, Bloodstone, and a Hex.
Mobile, he'll pick up another.
Oh my god.
Dire's middle
Godlike and well-deserved.
9-0-4. There's just nothing that they've been able to do to slow down this Tusk.
What
Completely
is-
rolling away with the game.
What's his damage numbers looking like, too? Because I really feel like he's just gone from he's just one-shotting everyone all over the place. It's pretty remarkable. We'll see it afterwards, but the push. They just have to watch. No Enigma. No Primal.
bottom tower is under attack.
Instant Yules.
Sort of a toss. But, yeah,
Oh,
Mobile's
my.
in to help him. The BKB's out from Little Pleb, attempting to stand his ground, but of course Meta's still on cooldown. So not able to kick out any damage from range here. He's just sort of left to just hold him back behind the tier 3. He can't step forward to push them off the barracks. As Ivy, they'll be able to take the full set mid and maybe go for more. I mean, still a fair bit of time without the supports alive here on Ancient Tribe. And
They
we'll
got
back
Roche.
up Roshan's up, so they'll go for the safer play.
Yeah, I mean, Tiny's still dead for 30. Meta's still on cooldown. There's no BKB for TB for 50 seconds. That's a free Roche. Ivy. Just, I mean, Ivy by the hands of Mobe just ripping this game open. Roche gonna go down. And now, I mean, looking at more items that they're queuing up as well, too. It's like Silencer's getting relatively close to Refresher. Onmi has an Aghanim's, more map restriction.
Yeah. I mean,
They're hitting on all cylinders.
Mobile's getting close to his Ags as well.
I mean, Cube is about to have a Hex. He actually switched. So he's not going for his own Aghanims. He's just having more control. This is crazy.
Yeah, that's
These
so
timings
far
are
ahead.
insane.
Ancient Tribe, they need some insane Black Hole Supernova play, something that just hasn't happened yet or got even close to happening. I think the only sort of Black Hole we've seen is this solo one onto Cube. Get the jump. Talking about Cube onto him in the mid lane.
It's
Be
global.
able to break out a bit of the combo with the Yules and indeed with the
All
coverage
right.
of the Global, a couple of leaps. He's away.
Fantastic globals all game. PO, he's in.
Look at the toss combo. PS65 is pretty tanky. See here the Black Hole. They've got the lockdown onto Mobi, and that will do the job. They're finally able to put an end to Mobi's godlike streak.
Costs them everything. But something that they need to do. But now do they have enough to deal with PO? He's ready to go back in 5 seconds for with Bloodstone.
Now, he certainly seems like he's hovering around the edge of the fight.
They're being a bit careful.
Radiant's middle tower
Looks like they don't want to risk it without the Tusk. They'll let
Okay.
the tower go.
I thought they might just full commit anyway because so much was used. But giving some respect there to Little Pleb on this TB. Small game, though, for the side of Ancient Tribe. And it was tons committed. So now 150 seconds. Feels like for Ivy, time to just redominate, retake over the map. PO. He's spotted, but he's got a Hex.
Not the avalanche from heaven to try and put a stop to PS65's attempt on Little Pleb's life.
The spinner snare. Oh, not going to connect. Maybe Melis it will. Ah! But they have nothing to go for him. So
Yeah, he's got his Greaves as well. He'll be fine. But still, it's another tower that Ivy are able to take without any defense. Full Hex now, completed on Cube. This tier 2 is going to be going down as well. And they've still got 3 minutes left with this Aegis. So they very much could look to go again. About 10 seconds until Global Silence is up. And, of course, many more seconds until Ancient Tribe will have that Black Hole 100 still without that for the defense. So may have got a kill on Mobi out on the map. But now won't have it for the hold. They get the toss back on PS65. Global Silence is going to be popped. PS65 pots the BKB. Turns his attention over towards Heaven. Takes him out with the stun. The arrow. It's going to clip MTD in the trees. PS65 is moving in with the damage. That long stun causing issues for MTD. Will finally be able to get the BKB off, but Mobile's in with the punch. MTD has to charge away, keep his distance, get away from Ivy. As Ivy, they've managed to push back Ancient Tribe. They didn't quite get the kills on the cause, but they definitely scared them enough to allow them the space to do some damage here to the barracks. See them try and pull together defense here, Ancient Tribe. The Supernova should be successful. PO65 is going to go down the once, but the rest of Ivy, they're able to perfectly back out and then jump back in as the Supernova comes to an end. They get in with the burst, take down MTD. MTD buys back immediately. The rack's exposed. Ivy Continue to burn through them. PO65 is going to get the stun here as soon as Heaven TP's in onto the front lines, and Heaven will get healed up by Degrees, but he won't survive the combo, gets taken down. That's a dieback from MTD, out for 90 seconds. The BKB and the Metamorphosis popped by Little Pleb, but the Hex is there, shuts down the Terror Blade. It's 3 heroes dead, 4 heroes dead. A buyback will come out for the Phoenix. Buyback as well to come in from Little Pleb, but they're just killing them up towards the fountain here as they dive forward, take down Melez. It's just down to the two of them to try and hold, but they've got all the spells and items to play around with this Terrorblade. Up in the air, down into the stun combo. Mobile's going to be ready with a punch up, punches Little Pleb in the face, takes him down. 4 dead, no defense to be had here as GG is called. Ivy take game 3, and with that, the series...